Welcome back, and in your business news, the 9th EMC Telecommunications Summit for Turkey, Emerging Africa and Middle East kicked off in Dubai today. The summit, attended by the region's telecom CIOs and IT decision-makers, has been taking place in the region every year since 2003, providing CIOs from the leading regional telecom operators with strategic insights to realize more agile, data-savvy and secure businesses. During the summit, industry experts also stated that over the next decade, the amount of information managed by enterprise data centers will grow by a factor of 50, and the number of files the data center has will grow by a factor of 75 at least. Meanwhile, the number of IT professionals in the world will grow by at least 1.5 times. EMC demonstrated the competitive value hidden in big data and showcased the trusted solutions telecommunications companies are turning to in order to protect their environments from advanced threats.
We've been talking as EMC about cloud computing for the last couple of years, and how everything and all customers like to pay as they use. So they want to pay only for the service they're using. They don't want to pay for the whole infrastructure. Having said that, there is a new challenge coming to the IT industry and to the telecom operator, that there is so many data generated. Think about social media, think about our kids. They go to the Facebook every day, they go to the Twitter every day. One statistics to give you to have a feel of this, there is 250 million pictures per day in Facebook. This generates so much data, a huge data, and that's what we call it big data. And this is addressing a big challenge the telecom operator have right now by managing all this data to cater for their customer needs. But in the meantime, it's a huge opportunity.
Trade between South Africa and the UAE hit nearly 7.3 billion dirhams last year, according to the South African ambassador to the UAE. Quoted in a local paper, Ambassador Yaqub Abba Omar stated that the UAE has become South Africa's 6th largest oil supplier. He further added that they are primarily importing oil from the UAE, while exports from South Africa are made up of metal products, automotive parts, raw diamonds and gold. A roundtable discussion is currently underway today in the run-up to South Africa's Freedom Day on the 27th of April, which will further touch upon the UAE's trade relationship between South Africa and the UAE. Let's now take a closer look at the stock indices across the GCC region. And looking to other news now, on Friday, Beijing will be unveiling its Q1 2012 GDP estimate. It's expected to show that growth has slowed. So what sort of effect will this have on the commodity markets as well as on the world markets? Well, we earlier spoke with Philippe Dauba-Pantanacce, the senior economist at Standard Chartered Bank.
We expect real GDP growth coming out of China for the first quarter of 2012 to have slowed down to 8.3%. from 8.9% in the previous quarter. We generally think that China is slowing down indeed, but it's just going through a soft landing, and growth should probably bottom out in the second quarter at 7.9%. Generally speaking, 2012 we'll probably see a slowdown of 1 percentage point in China's GDP from around 9% in 2011 to 8% in 2012. So that is a slowdown for sure, but this is definitely still steady growth. And because of that, we do think that the commodity prices will still be supported by a country where net demand is still growing. And actually, we think that oil prices have been massively supported recently by the constant demand and net demand growing coming out of China. In the soft commodity complex, soybean typically will continue to be supported in terms of prices by a very strong Chinese demand. So generally speaking, net demand will continue to grow out of China and will be supportive of commodity prices.